Sounds like you're ready for some fun and games.
Not today? Okay. Sorry, Vincent.
What makes you enthused about going into this season, your first without Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah, and what you have in the cupboard to cook up the ingredients to get you guys back into the playoffs and maybe to the Eastern Conference Finals and hopefully the NBA Finals?
Yeah, obviously. I'm excited about the group of guys that we have. Everybody that's put in all the work in the offseason. Our young guys are super confident with how they've been playing, and I'm very excited about that. And then, obviously, Wade, Rondo, what they bring to the table that I can learn from them, obviously the winning culture that they've built in this league, what they've done. I'm excited because there's so much growth that I can handle in that aspect of the game. When you look at what Wade has done for his career, future Hall of Famer, I think that I can model the way I do things around him, man. I'm super excited that he's here, and I'm sure Rondo gonna keep me on my toes as well.
Jimmy, how curious are you to see how you guys are going to play together? That's kind of been what people have been talking about in town.
I think everybody's looking forward to that. Myself, Gar and Pax, all the team, y'all. So, I'm excited. I love to play basketball anyway, but I get to do it with some new guys, some new faces. I think we got a really good chance.
Jimmy, give us a highlight or two about your Olympic experience and how this will make you better this season in the NBA.
The highlight of my Olympic experience?
One or two of them.
Okay. Well, first off, I took my football everywhere. I think that was my highlight, just being able to embarrass DeMarcus Cousins when he tried to guard me on football routes. But if we're talking basketball, it's just watching the way, Melo or KD would work before and after practice and go running and lift weights. And then you're like, well, that's why they're the player that they are in this league. Studying the way that they do things, the way they take care of their body. I learned a lot from that aspect of them this summer as well.
Jimmy, what are you hoping to see out of Fred or get out of Fred? He's talked a lot about a communication. I know you guys have talked a lot as well. Is there something you've told him that you need from him?
I told Fred, as much as you can, use me as an example. I want you to really get on my tail about every little thing, because if Doug or Tony or whoever it may be is watching Coach talk to me like that, he's going to be like, if he could talk to Jimmy like that, I know he's going to come at me a certain way. So that's what I try to remind him every day, and I think he's ready for that. I'm a player. I'm coachable like everybody else, but I want that. I need that.
Jimmy, in the back.
What up? Oh.
How's it going?
Great.
I'm sure. On the surface, when you look at the roster, it doesn't seem like you guys have a ton of three-point shooting. You've seen the way the game has changed the last couple seasons. It's more open. You guys love to fling it up from behind the arc. What makes you think this group has enough to consistently win without it?
When you talk about, I guess, not being able to shoot threes or whatever you want to call it, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe D. Wade has scored a lot of points when it came to putting that ball in that basket. I've done decently in the past couple of years. Rondo can do that. And if Rondo can't, he damn sure can find a way to get the ball to somebody that can. So I don't think putting the ball in the basket is going to be an issue for us. I don't think that was an issue for us last year. I don't think we guarded the way we were supposed to guard last year, so it made it look like we didn't score the ball as well. But I think we'll be fine. I think when you put good players on the court at the same time, they always figure out a way to put the ball in the basket.
Jimmy, because there's 8 new guys on this roster, or how many ever it is, do you feel more comfortable with your teammates knowing that they didn't know the Jimmy Butler who sat on the end of the bench and they only know the Jimmy Butler who's an all-star, so you don't have anything to prove to them in that way? Does that make you feel more comfortable?
Does it make me feel more comfortable? I mean, to an extent, yeah, because then you can never say how you may have think that I've changed for the most part. I think that everybody that's on this roster now just knows how hard that I've worked to get to the spot that I'm at, and they've seen it, they've witnessed it. All they've been around for me is for this point in my career. I don't know if it sounds bad, but I think that all of these guys look at, if Jimmy worked like that, if I work like that, I'll be in the same position that he's in. And I'm more than happy to let you have that position, because I think hard work can get you anywhere that you want to get to.
Hey, Jimmy, you mentioned you feel that Fred has it in him to get on you for every little thing. What gives you that confidence, given that he's talked to us about how he feels that he's struggled with getting the team to play consistently and some issues of accountability? So where do you have that confidence in Fred?
Because everybody learns from their mistakes, for one. It was his first year last year, and I think he studied himself and us and the way we were up and down in so many areas of the game last year that he's trying to correct it. That's just like anybody going into the offseason. He didn't just not work. He studied and got better at what he needed to get better at. I think he's ready moving forward. So 10 a.m. comes quick tomorrow morning.
Jimmy, over here, Jimmy. Over here, Jimmy. What have you seen from Denzel Valentine's game that excites you?
Besides the fact that he went to Michigan State like Draymond Green, I think he can do everything really well. I think that definitely helps our team. He can guard, he can shoot it, he can get everybody involved. But like I said, I think confidence is key, and he's a very confident individual in his game. He spent 4 years in college, so he's ready to start with a major impact on his team. And from what I've heard from the coaches and all these other guys, he's a really good player, and I can't wait till he tries to guard me in practice.
You talked about Wade and Rondo on the court. How do you see the three of you, all strong personalities, the three alphas, how do you see you guys really meshing in that side? And then, of course, you all want the ball in crunch time. How is that going to unfold? What do you think?
I think that's going to be on Coach Hoiberg, and who has the ball in crunch time. You know, whoever has it going, the object of this game is to win. So whoever's going to put the ball in the basket at the end of the game to make us have more points than opposing teams probably going to have the ball. And the alpha thing, I think we'll be just fine. You know, everybody's going to have something to say, but as long as everybody's listening and willing to take some criticism if you're doing something wrong. But that's just like if you're doing something right, I'm sure I'm going to tell you, or Wade or Rondo. So there's some good and bad in everything that you do. But at the end of the day, you know, as long as we win games, it won't matter. Oh, yeah, that was light.